Hey, what up, people? What up, you two? It's your boy Carlpenson. You know what it is? You know what it is? Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. I remain your host, Carlpenson, and you're welcome to my podcast. Listen, on my channel, we are winners. We are doers. We talk about real life struggles. We talk about real life problems. We talk about real life issues, and we talk about the solution, to our problems. On my channel, we take control of our life and we unlock, our full potential. So today, I'm gonna be talking about a topic that we all avoid. So I want you to give me just 10 minutes of your time, and by the end of today, you're gonna understand why you have to be honest with yourself. You're gonna understand why you need to tell yourself the truth. So today's topic is you have to be honest with yourself. When was the last time you told yourself the truth? When was the last time you had a raw and unfiltered and an organic conversation with yourself? When was the last time did you tell yourself the truth? You've been making excuses all this while. You tell yourself you're gonna do something and you don't do it. You say, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it next tomorrow. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. And meanwhile, you are the hand in the situation. Now look at most failed relationships. They always blame one person. One partner always blame one partner. Now think about this in your life. Have you ever met a girl? Not just a girl, now a guy, and you ask them what happened in their past relationship. What did they tell you? He cheated on me. He lied to me. He did this, he did that. She did this, she did that. But none of them will ever acknowledge, their faults in the relationship. It's just like the place of work too as well. Most people bring up excuses, and I understand. I know. Listen, the truth is hard. The truth is uncomfortable. When was the last time did you tell yourself the truth? You've been running away from the truth. Not just you. Millions of people run away from the truth. You hide, in the falseness of the situation. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, like for a very, very long time. Then I just tell myself I'm busy, I'll do it tomorrow. I always find myself procrastinating and never took action. And that was because I was living in a different reality. I wasn't being honest with myself. So then I sat myself down and I had a conversation with myself. I had a dialogue with myself. Listen, you all have conversation with your friends, so why can't you talk to yourself? It's very easy to spot the fault in somebody else than in your own self and in your life. It's very easy to spot somebody's mistake and to spot your mistake. So when was the last time you spoke to yourself, right? So I had to sit myself down. I had to start journaling, and then I realized that not like I didn't have time. I had the whole time in the world, but I was nervous. I was scared of failure. I was scared of rejection. I was scared that by the time I post my video, I'm gonna get 0 views. Not everybody's gonna view my video. I was scared that I suck. Man, probably it's just gonna be me and my dog that will just watch my video, time over time. I was scared that what do I know? I was scared that, okay, who the fuck do I think I am? To sit down in front of the camera and start, motivating people and inspire people. But listen, let me tell you something, right? I'm not that read nigga. Over 2 years, I've read over 60 books. I've read over 60 self-help books. I started my personal brand, on social media platforms, and I can tell you that whatever I'm telling you, I put it into action. I take action. I'm a doer. I was once like you before. I never took action, but then I sat myself down and I told myself the truth, and I figured out that I was scared of failure. Listen, I was scared of rejection. But the thing about being honest with yourself is it gives you confidence. You feel me? The truth about being honest with yourself, it gives you confidence. Your confidence grows. You trust yourself more. You keep lying to yourself and you think you're gonna trust yourself, bro. You capping, you joking. You keep lying to yourself and you feel you're gonna trust yourself more. Telling yourself the truth gives you more clarity on the situation. It gives you more focus, more clarity. It builds trust in yourself. You gain trust in yourself. So in my situation, when I figured out I was scared, right, I wasn't stuck. So that way, I was more clear on the situation. I figured out that I need to take action. I figured out that I need to learn more. For me to motivate people and inspire people, I need to learn more. I need to know what people don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's created a pathway for me. It created clarity for me. And then I took action. Listen, I know you want to start a business. Probably you want to start a YouTube channel. Probably you're an artist, you're an actress. You are a baker. You want to put yourself online. You want to put yourself out there. Listen, you have enough time. You have the old time in the world. You have the old time in the world. Don't stop lying to yourself. You need to tell yourself the truth. You might be scared of failure like I am. Like I was rather. You might be scared of rejection. You need to sit down, take a paper, and tell yourself the truth. The truth will set you free. Hiding in a false reality is just like a shackle in your hand. It's just like an handcuff. It's gonna make you a slave to yourself. It's gonna make you a slave to your emotion. You're not gonna go nowhere. You're gonna find yourself stuck in the same circle. You're gonna find yourself stuck in the same loophole. You're not gonna go nowhere. You have to be honest with yourself. Please, listen, I care about you. I love you so much, and that's why, I spend more time, to learn about things you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, you have to be honest with yourself in order for you to set yourself free, right? And let me tell you one sign of someone that lie to themselves, someone that are not being honest with themselves. They blame people. They constantly blame their environment. They blame people for their lack of want. They blame people for their lack of resources. They blame people for, for their actions. Meanwhile, you own your life, bro. You own your life. You know what I'm saying? You can lie to everybody else, but don't fool yourself. You can lie to me. You can lie to your friend. You can lie to your neighbor. You can lie to God. Trust me, although he knows, but you can lie to him. But one person you can't lie to is yourself. So, right? Well, my mission today is you have to be honest with yourself. I'm here to tell you that. I'm here to preach the gospel, about you being honest with yourself. It's uncomfortable, it's hard, it's difficult. Trust me, it's difficult, it's painful, it's hurtful. Sometimes it can be embarrassing. Sometimes it can make you cry. But you cry, to see front. You cry to progress. You cry to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So stop hiding in that false reality. You have to be very honest with yourself. You have to be truthful with yourself in order for you to gain clarity, in order for you to build trust in yourself. Imagine you lying to yourself. How do you expect to progress? How do you expect to build trust in yourself? You can never build trust in yourself, because you're living a reality that you're not supposed to live. You're living a false reality, So yeah, be honest with yourself, right? And let me give you some ways for you to be honest with yourself. Start journaling. Start small. Take a paper, take a book, and sit down and reflect on it. Don't go watch no Netflix. Don't go listen to no music. Listen, a lot of people run away from their emotions. A lot of people run away from the truth. So they look for stuff to keep them distracted from the truth. They're always watching movie, always doing something that is, always doing something because they don't want to accept the truth. They don't want to sit down and reflect on the truth. So sit down and reflect on your life, write it down, journal it, don't run away from it, hold yourself accountable, don't blame people, and the thing is, telling yourself the truth is not going to make you feel stuck. Trust me, it's going to pave way for you forward. You're going to see your mistakes, you're going to see your flaws, and then you're going to know how to work on it. You know what I'm saying? It's your work Carlpenson, You know what it is, you know what it ain't. You know what time it is, it's win time. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to inspire, to motivate you, you know, and I'm here to help you to take action. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I've been able to, you know, to let you know that you need to tell yourself the truth. You need to be honest with yourself. Don't stop lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's just gonna make you take action, and it's gonna make you progress. You know what time it is. Well, if you find value in this video, I want you to like, I want you to share, and I want you to comment on this video. You know what I'm saying? And let's make this more interactive. You know, what's one thing you're scared of? What's one thing you're scared of? Are you scared of going to a new relationship? No. Are you scared of getting that job? You know, are you scared of putting yourself out there? You know, what's one thing you're scared of? Let me know in the comment section. It's your boy Carlpenson. You know what it is. You know what it is. Listen, we are winners here. We are doers. You know what I'm saying? We are go getters. You know what I'm saying?